Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo of the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Rahu in the 6th house in your D1 birth chart. So as you may know or may not know, in either case, I'm a Vedic astrologer, not a Western astrologer. However, in Western astrology, Rahu is called the north node of the moon. So if you have this in your 6th house, then the same concept pretty much still applies. Just know that you might not be getting an accurate chart if you use your Western chart. So that's all I'll say. Alright, so as well as just letting you know the difference between Vedic and Western astrology, the other thing is that I have a bunch of courses, products, services, everything that you could want. You should check out my stuff. I have a bunch of stuff on sale right now, so everything that you see up here is on sale. So you can go to gebotheshaman.com and check that out. The link is down below in the description. A bunch of links to all kinds of things, so check them out. And alright, so let's get into Rahu in the 6th house. So in order to understand what this placement means, we need to understand what Rahu means, and then we'll talk about what the 6th house means, put them together, and create our own analysis from that. So there you go. That's pretty much how I do things. So, alright, so what is Rahu? Rahu is the planet of addiction, obsession, compulsion, unfulfilled desires. Really, he's all about wanting to consume everything. And he's wanting to get gratification from what he consumes. So, most people, normal people, they eat things and then they're processed in their stomach, right? They get this sensation of sustenance, feeling full and feeling satiated. That is and satisfied. So that is because we have the head, the mouth that eats the food, and then we have the body and the stomach which digests the food. But Rahu is just they call it in the Hindu scriptures, it basically says that Rahu is a demon. However, it's not the demon like you would think of in the Christian way, in the Christian sense. Those are two different things. So Rahu is a trickster. Rahu is all about, smoke and mirrors, and he will trick you, he will go cut corners, he will do everything in order to achieve what he wants. So Rahu is also about addictions, compulsions, that unfulfilled desire that it's about something that you're lacking. It's like an ego lack. So, well, not necessarily an ego lack. It's about feeling a lack of something and then going full force towards that thing. So, it's all about fulfilling your desires, but it leaves you empty at the end of the day. So Rahu is, it's about that, so Rahu is, like I said, a demon, but it means that it's just a trickster spirit. So Rahu, what happened to Rahu is he got his head cut off, so now he's just a head floating around, and the other part of him, which is the body, is called Ketu. So what happens is Rahu goes around searching for food, and then when he finally gets something, he devours it, he eats it, and it just falls right out of his neck. Once he's eaten it, or chewed it up and eaten it, it just falls out. So this means that he cannot feel full. He cannot feel satisfied because there's part of him that is missing. And there's, he just can't get that sensation in his stomach to feel satiated, to feel full. And so, let's see how we are. So then that explains Rahu pretty well. And then we have the 6th house. So the 6th house is all about our daily habits, our daily work routines, our daily service to others. It is all about our like how we provide service to others in our daily lives, like our daily work habits, work routines, things like that. So this is the daily work routines, habits. It would be the, for someone who's into health and fitness, it would be your diet, your work routine, your workout routine, your gym routine, things like that. So it's daily routines. So what happens here, and it's also service to others. So what happens here with Rahu in the 6th house is there's a strong compulsion to avoid your daily work routines. Like, me, I have Rahu in Pisces in the 6th house. So for me, Rahu is like finding other things to do. He's trying to distract me from my work and things like that. He's trying to just kind of really like, I don't know, it's just this obsession with like with doing things that are fun for me, instead of like working and being serious and things like that. It's more doing things that are fun. So yeah, Rahu in the 6th house, it's really, it affects your work habits, your work routines. Uh, so yeah, there's like someone with this placement can waste a lot of time, just doing fruitless things. Like if you work an office job, you might instead of getting your work done from 9 to 5, which are your hours, your work hours, you might instead just be watching YouTube videos all day instead of doing your work. You might be watching or like watching Twitch all day, things like that. So yeah, it's just this the sixth house can be a great placement for like if you had good planets here, like Mars or the Sun or Saturn, or Mercury. Mercury loves to be in the sixth house. Maybe not so much Saturn, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, so when you have good planets here, you'll be very motivated to take action on your daily life and just kind of like do the things that you're supposed to do, and be very productive and get things done. That way, once you get things out of your way, once you do accomplish the tasks for the day, then you can move on, you can have fun. But with Rahu, it's more like, okay, well, I'll have fun first and then see how I feel, and then if I feel good, I'll go ahead and do some work. So it's really, yeah, it can be pretty challenging to actually want to work or want to do the hard things. However, on the other hand, once Rahu realizes that it's in a pickle, in a stressful situation, instead of being comfortable, when Rahu is put into a stressful situation, Rahu rises to the occasion. So if it's placed in like a water sign, if it's placed in a fire sign, well, a fire sign would add, strength and motivation. Debilitation would probably be a water sign. So, anyway, when it's in a debilitated state, or like a not a great placement, then it rises to the occasion. It says, okay, I gotta do everything. I've got to be organized. I gotta do everything perfectly and do things to the best of my ability. And so it'll actually start working hard. So you'll actually, work very hard to achieve the things that you want in life. It's just about putting it in that proper perspective of, like, because if it's, I don't know, if it's not challenged, if it's pretty comfortable, then it'll just seek out more comfort. But if if it's like debilitated or something like that, then it'll rise to the occasion. Alright, so this also, 6th house, represents your like health and fitness and eating, the foods that you eat, your diet, things like that. So with Rahu here, you might be in the extremes of eating. You might eating and health and fitness. So, for example, the gym. So you might be one of those people who really strives to look good, strives to have your health and fitness on point, and so this can drive you to extremes. You'll be one of those people who is at the gym every single day and working 4 or 5 hours at the gym, just an insane amount of time every single day, and that's not healthy. So you really gotta slow it down if you're one of those people. To slow it down, take care of yourself, and relax a little. And then we have this house rules your eating too, so you might not actually eat a lot. You might like tasty foods or luxury foods, like really indulge in different foods and different tastes. However, you might not eat a lot, but you'll eat like high quality foods. On the other extreme, you might eat a lot of junk food, or you might have like some kind of eating disorder. So, how can these things both be true? Eating minimal, high quality food and eating a lot of low quality food. So Rahu lives in extremes. He lives in extremes, and so either you're going to be super into your fitness and your health and your nutrition and things like that and take that to an extreme, or you're going to be super emotional and depressed and like an emotional eater, I'll say, and take that emotional eating to the extreme. Rahu lives in extremes. So, you gotta watch that. Let's see. Alright, so what else? Oh yeah, the other thing is fitness. So remember how I told you that you might be one of those people who is obsessed with fitness and might be at the gym for hours every single day? Well, the opposite could also be true. You might not even want to look at a gym. You might not, you might not care about how your body looks at all, how you look, how you feel. You might not be into health and fitness at all. So that's another thing. Why? Once again, because Rahu lives in extremes. So he's either going to take you fully into that world, or fully away from it. So anywhere that you have Rahu or Ketu, Rahu or Ketu, you're going to want to seek balance. So yeah, if you have Pisces in here, in your 6th house, balance is going to be the last thing that you want to do. It can be super challenging for, Libra ascendants, because we're pulled away from our daily work habits and work routines. We want to visualize, we want to daydream and live in another world. We don't want to do 6th house things. So yeah. So yeah. What else? I think that's about it. So yeah, that's all I can really say for Rahu in the 6th house. I have this placement, and it's super hard to figure out. It's like Rahu is smoke and mirrors. He is elusive, and I feel like no one video is going to do enough for this placement, for any Rahu placement. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will talk to you next time. Peace. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I do have a lot of things on sale right now, so you can go check them out. GeboTheShaman.com. Please go there. Please check it out. Please help support the channel. Alright, so the first thing that I'll recommend for anyone who has Rahu in the 6th house is these things. So you can see me doing some Kundalini yoga there. And so these are my Qigong courses. I have my Cosmic Qigong course and the Self-Transformation Challenge. So both of these courses are extremely powerful. They're great for, to create a daily habit, daily routine. And yeah, they basically are, the one thing that transformed my life. I was in a very dark place before I started my spiritual journey, and when I started doing these things every single day, I started feeling better, and looking at life from a different perspective, and yeah, things got a lot better. So and then what else? So those are my Qigong courses. Then I have my Astrology certification course, which is basically designed to walk you through how I do an astrology reading. So I'll teach you how I do astrology readings, and then you can go off and do them on your own. I also, once you pass the certification exam, I will give you your own website, so you can refer clients there and start start making some money as a Vedic astrologer. Start practicing Vedic astrology professionally. So then we have the Vedic astrology readings. I do my standard readings, as well as I do readings where I focus on your career and your relationships, things like that. And then we have the, birth time rectification. So the birth time rectification is great for, if you don't know your exact birth time, it's very helpful to find that out and to because it's great for, if you need predictive astrology, like many times in Vedic astrology we'll go off of your exact birth time to do predictions and things like that. So it's very important that we do have your exact birth time. So alright, and then we have the distance energy healing. So that's great for healing you emotionally, psychologically, mentally. Career coaching and life coaching. So I am kicking that back up again. And if you are if you want to know what your purpose is in this life, what your passion is, what your soul desire is, go ahead and check that out. That's the career coaching and the life coaching. So the life coaching, I'm gearing for people who have PTSD, or not PTSD, but childhood trauma is how I'm phrasing it. And so if you do have childhood trauma, I can help you, and I've made videos on childhood trauma and things like that, so go check out my channel. And what else? I think that's it. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.